everyone, and welcome to today's edition. I am your anchor, Blessing Dolo, broadcasting live from the OLDN TV studios. And with me today is Mr. Priority, streaming live from Zimbabwe. Hello, Mr. Priority, and welcome to today's edition. Indeed, we are honored and glad to have you.
Thank you very much, Blessing. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, great. So, without any further ado, since we are about to start this, and because of our time, and I understand you're a very busy person, so could you start by telling us a very brief introduction about yourself, your career life?
Okay, my name is Priority Mubhawu, and I'm currently employed by EcoBank Zimbabwe as a customer experience analyst and insight. And also, I'm a holder of a degree, honors degree in banking and finance, as well as masters in strategic management with Chinhoyi University of Technology in Zimbabwe. And also, currently, I'm also undertaking another program with Great Zimbabwe University, which is a masters in finance degree, which is I'm aiming to complete by end of next year.
That's amazing. That's lovely. Indeed, you're a powerhouse. So before this session, there are some few drafted out questions for you. So I'm actually going to have to read it now. Like the first one, you have been involved in seemingly difficult aspect of management, that is the change management. How do you fare in this field?
Oh, okay, yeah. Honestly speaking, yeah, change management is a broader perspective, and it's also very complicated, as you have said. But maybe let me try by all means to give a brief summary, defining it and what it comprises of. So change management, it's more like a launch, which can be done by an organization or by any corporate company as a way to change or to improve the current performance of a company, or to address any identified key issues, or also to seize any existing of any new opportunity. And it also includes the use of various models. There are so models, some there are contemporary models, and also change management. It includes of two main sides, which is the first side, the hard side of it, which include the use of technology in change itself to shift from the current state of the business to the perceived state of business. And it also includes the soft side, which includes the people or the workforce, which will be there to act upon the designed initiation to be done to change the current state of an organization to a new state of organization.
All right, that is very, 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 very amazing. Thank you so much about that. I actually want to ask you, this is a personal question. How long have you been in your current field? What's the duration?
Okay, yeah, in terms of the duration in change management, it's now almost a year, if I'm not mistaken, around 10 months in this change management. Yes, I had shared with you that it's a process. So it's not a plug and play thing, and it's now taking me up to a year.
That's amazing. So actually, the next question is, you have been involved in a seemingly difficult, that's the third question I was going to ask you is, discuss one of your experience in this field, like in this change management field, because you've actually been involved in it for like 1 year now. So what is your experience like in it?
Yes. Yeah, surely, Blessing, the experience is like anyone is not that I was expecting, but maybe to give it or to just name it, it was a seesaw experience. Because, in change management, you'll be with two different groups of people, one from your right side and the other one from the left side, the other group being the management, the other group being the workforce. So whenever you are to introduce change in an organization, you'll be seeing from the other side, they will be accepting change, but the other side, they will be resisting it. Whereas if the other side is to accept it, the other side is to resist it. So it will be a seesaw. Or at least if the other side is up, the other one, it will be down. So this is the experience which I can summarize, which I went through in this change management. process.
Wow, amazing. So, given this experience, what was the status quo and the change you made in your organization?
Okay, to be precise and to be brief on that one, you know, like an old type of organizations where they used to be more bureaucratic with the more processes. This was like the initial state of the organization with more required internal processes, processes maybe to assist our customers, as I've introduced myself that time from the customer experience department. So the change which was there is try by all means to reduce all these processes, to shorten the processes, which we successfully did in the organization, and I was also the champion there. We successfully reduced some of the processes. It might be the account opening process, query resolution process, and the other different processes. We managed to reduce in the turnaround time to reduce it.
Wow, that's quite interesting. I was thinking you're going to say something else, like, but that is quite honest and more graceful of that. So, the next question is, mention specific skills and otherwise, like mention a specific skills that you employed in the process of this status quo you just mentioned.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for such a question. All right, you know, as I was said, change management is a broader concept. It also includes a cross-disciplinary skills, which includes the leadership skills, which I also used to initiate this management. You know, as we are initiating this thing, people, they will require someone to act as an example. There, I use also my leadership skills, open-mindedness, which also describe my soft skills, the skills of being a creativity, you know, because mind you, you are leading people to a new thing. You are leading people to a new concept. So you really need to prove yourselves that you are an open-minded somebody. So these are some of the skills which I was also using. A teamwork. I was not to go alone, but we were supposed to go as all as the whole organization. So that skills of having to work as a team, and also including some other hard skills like analytics skills, ability to understand the state of an organization, and ability to understand or to project where are we leading the organization to. Those are some of the skills which I was using in initiating this change management in the organization.
Wow, thank you very much. So, in the course of that, you actually mentioned teamwork, and we understand that teamwork takes more than one person. So, as a result of that, how did your co-workers take this change? Like, how did they take the change that you implemented?
Yeah, you know, as I also first mentioned that I had two different of groups, and in most
Sorry,
of
sorry.
their perspectives, sorry, I said, as I mentioned initially, that I had two groups, and in most times they were not agreeing in terms of the perspectives as far as change management is concerned. So in terms of coming up with a real teamwork, I used a real engagement to go direct to the one other group, the management, to go direct to the workforce and engage them to hear their perspectives. How do they view this upcoming new thing? How do they react? How do they want it to happen? So as I also relate it to what we had as our objective in change management. So this is what helped me to a great extent. And also I make some connections. You know, trust building strategies. This is what I also did in order for me to be successful in this change management.
Wow, trust build. I like that phrase. So, taking that into consideration or putting that on a hold, how did you manage to convince your coworkers and management to believe in your capacity to deliver a change in the organization?
Thank you very much. I think now it will come now to me to explain on that trust building strategies, which I had to mention to answer that question properly. So I actually used these trust building strategies because it's for all the groups to believe in you, that you are a really dependable agent for change. You are a really a credible somebody to initiate this change. So one, the first strategy or the first approach which I use to win them all, both the co-workers and the managers, is to be transparent. Whenever you are to lead some of these things, you need not to spice the outcome. If you fail to attain that outcome, it will be something else in the organization. So you need to be honest and to be transparent, to be faithful, to say, guys, we are expecting to close this gap. We are expecting to reach it year after we have done our change. Number two thing, it was a encouragement. As a leader, you need not to be a hog leader where you are going to take every glory to say, I am the one who is leading, I'm the one who can do all these things. But you really need to encourage the team to participate. You really need also to give credits wherever it is necessary. We move as a team. I don't move alone. So as a team, we are believing that we are achieving together. I'm not achieving alone. So encouragement, this is also what I used. But also, proving of my knowledge. Sometimes you are leading a change. We are changing from the current state to the unknown state. But people, they would need an evidence that you are really acquainted in what you are doing and you really know what you want to implement. So this is what I have done to prove myself that I know where I am taking the organization to improve our systems, our processes, and so forth. This is what I used in summary as a strategy to manage both the managers and the co-workers.
Wow. That is very brief, but very, very insightful. Thank you very much, Mr. Priority. Sorry I've taken you too long. I have just one more question for you, and I promise it will end.
It's fine. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read this one. In what ways did the fit improve the organizations? Like, in what ways did the fit, like what you implemented, the activities you brought in, how did it improve the organization's activities?
Okay, maybe let me also come back to how did I change the organization, and which I believe this is also, it fitted the change in which we did very well. That, like now, we can actually see that the resolution rate which you are giving to our customers is well improved. It's well improved. Our customers, they are having a better experience. This is now through the change which we have done. If you are also to check on the processes, we are seeing everything is improved very well. It's no longer that a boredom and very long extended processes, but they are now shortened straight to the point, straight to resolution, to resolve on customer issues.
Wow, that is great. So I'm taking into consideration that rather assuming that during this course of change management, your co-workers and the management actually had resisted the change, that's the inertia, what other strategies would you have put in place to see that they actually fall in line as to what you want to implement? Sometimes inertia, because the viewers might be going through, like, their colleagues might not want to adapt to change. So what do you advise would be the best strategies to rapidly put in place so as to get everybody along, or to get those you can get along?
Yeah, I think on that one, yeah, I'll just give some of the strategy. Maybe some of them I used them, but I was not directly using them. But okay, number one strategy, like any other person who wants success, you don't stop, you don't give up. You keep on emphasizing the objective. You keep on emphasizing the goal, so that everyone, even those who are resisting, they will see that this thing is real. So you cannot just utter something to say, we want to do this, then you went quiet for long, you just ignore it. Them who are busy resisting, they will see so many loopholes to criticize the upcoming change and so forth. So number one, keep on emphasizing and communicate the objective, the need for change, actually. So number two, the other thing is like, as I said, it's communication. Wherever, this is another skill that these people, they need to have information, to have the sense of direction, to know where are they going, to know where this change is taking them to. So you need to communicate to them frequently, more than you might expect. So this is number two. Your communication must be effective. Then the other thing, you need not to be individualistic in perspective. You need to open your door. Even those who are resisting change, hear them. Why are they resisting change? Is there any reason? Because you see that reason which they are giving to resist change, it will help you as a stepping stone to achieve change. Because you will know those things to avoid and those things to take note of. So it's not to expect everyone to support and to accept change. Yeah, of course, you need also to take it as a strategy to listen to those who are criticizing you. So these were the main strategies: to remain focused, to communicate, and also to open door to agreements. These were what I actually implemented from this side. But we can also give other strategies which can be put in place in order for whoever wants to initiate change to win the change. Maybe some of them, as I used them in managing the managers and the co-workers, real engagement is also a strategy which you can put in place.
I did not get the last line. Sorry. I did not get your
said okay, real engagement is also another thing which you need to use as a strategy. You don't assume to say, yes, we want to change the tune to this speed, to this rate, to this stature, to this context. You don't assume that everyone is aware and everyone is and everyone is agreed. You really need to engage, go to the team, talk to them, hear them. What are they saying? What are their perspectives? So that you will win change. So I think these are the effective strategies. I tried by all means to run from the theoretical strategies which everyone knows, that you really need maybe to apply the models, the Attica model, the unfreeze change and freeze model, the first step model, and so forth. So I just try to come up with this some other also strategies which will help in change management.
Mr. Priority.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. There was a technical fault.
No, it's okay.
As well. Thank you. So you were talking about the moving from the theoretical strategies to real practical strategies. And that is actually true, because my mentor actually had criticized, he had kicked against that very severely in one of his sessions. That's Dr. Justin Chinyo-Perekwe. He actually had kicked against it. He went further to say that with this tend to make people to be robots. I will not quote examples because you tend to make people to be robots and stuff like that. So you talking about moving from the theory to the reality is actually it's a thing. It's a thing. It actually makes sense. Thank you very much, Mr. Priority, for joining us today. Indeed, it is an honor. So I hope you can join us for the next session. Whenever you're less busy, you write a book for publicity and any other thing, just contact any of the team members from the OLDN community, and I'm sure you'll get booked for that.
Yeah, sure, Blessing. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I also myself hope to also interact with you in our next session. And I actually make sure that there will be time for that, because as we have this type of interactions, it will also add to our skills. It will also add for us to gain some of other things like confidence. publicity, etc. There are a lot of skills which we can gain from such a conversation. So thank you very much.
Okay, the pleasure is mine, sir. The pleasure is mine. Okay, thank you, televiewers, for watching today's edition. And once again, if you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And why not click on the notification bell so that whenever we upload a video, you're the very first to watch the video. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please make sure you follow our page and on any other social media. And for more details, or if you want to be a member of the OLDN COLD community, please visit www.centralold.com. You can click on the link that is attached to this video for more videos. Once again, I am your anchor, Blessing Dolo, broadcasting live from the OLD and TV studios. Thank you and stay tuned in for the next edition.